5 AI tools is all that you need to scale past 100K per month with paid ads in 2026. AI's come a long way in the last few years, and I've spent over $100,000 building AI tools and systems with custom coders, my team, and myself. I currently bought the Mac Mini, and I'm in the process of building out my own Claude bot. These systems have helped me generate over 6-figure months consistently now for the last 2 years, maybe a little bit more, and allow me to even reduce my overhead significantly. On top of it, I've helped over 100 other businesses hit that 7-figure run rate, and 5 businesses get to 7-figure months. That's $1 million per month. I've helped one client scale to even over $100 million in revenue. So these are the exact systems that we use internally at my agency to help these clients hit those kinds of levels. Now, these tools, they're not only going to allow you to hit that kind of level, they're going to allow you to replace underperforming employees and scale much more profitably. So I'm going to break down exactly how you can implement them into your business while you're scaling to 100K per month. Now, by no means is this an income claim. I don't know you. I don't know your business. I don't know your offer, but I can tell you exactly what works. And we've done it over 100 times using these exact systems. Now, to be clear, most of these tools you've probably heard of, but knowing of a tool, using a tool, and using it to the level that generates you 6-figure months from paid advertising consistently are very different results. So we're going to dive into exactly how you should be using these very common, easy to apply AI tools and what they are. So tool number 1 is going to be Manus AI. Now, Meta just purchased Manus. That's how well they did. You'd be surprised how many people still don't know of Manus. It's crazy. I had a coaching client. They just signed up. I was like, are you using Manus? They're like, I've never even heard of it. I'm like, what the f***? Like, how are you running ads and haven't heard of Manus? If you haven't heard of Manus, I highly encourage you to get this. What we use Manus for? Deep research. This is one of the biggest things. It is a true agent. It was the first agent that I discovered, which for those of you that don't know, an agent versus an LLM, an agent is actually going to go out and do tasks for you. An LLM is just a large language model. It's just a chat. You're going to put in a response and it's going to give you something back. I remember when I first discovered Manus, like one of the things that I would do is I would have Manus, I would give it my logins to my CRM, and I'd have it audit my clients' accounts to see how their sales teams were doing. Every client says, oh, I don't have any sales issues. They all lie and think they're a lot better at sales than they really are. So I'd have it audit it. It would log into my CRM. I could watch it on the screen, put in the credentials, log into the CRM, and then it would go and look for the things that I told it to look for. Manus AI is incredible. It's deep research. It's an agent. As I told you, it can log in and do things that you want it to do. Now, why Manus is great is it's credit-based. Credit-based AI means that they charge you per use versus a subscription-based AI like Chat, Claude, all of these other tools. Not all of them, but most of them are subscription-based. They charge you a flat fee every month and they don't charge you more than that. Now, they might have different tiers, but still it's going to be the same amount of use per month. In these subscription tools, it's in their interest to be efficient, which is where, like, you've ever used ChatGPT and it just doesn't give the output that you want and you're like, what the chat? Like, come on, you're smarter than this. Like, why are you being retarded? It's because it's a subscription model. It's in the company's interest to be more efficient. The more efficient they are on that $20 or $50 or $200 that you're spending them, the more of that money they get to keep versus a credit-based AI is going to company's interest, meaning the AI tool, it's in their interest to use more credits. So where is this good for? This is going to be great for, again, research, because it's actually going to do all of the research. Reading, I need you to read this report, this SOP, these transcripts. This is what I use it for. So sales transcripts. One of the biggest, most powerful things you can do is take your sales calls, run them through Manus, have it analyze everything, pull the objections, common questions, common themes. Like, what are the reasons people aren't buying? And Manus will read all of it. If you gave 20 transcripts to ChatGPT, it's not going to read all of it. It's going to read some of it. And then your output is partial. So this is what Manus is great for. I love Manus. I told people probably 8-9 months ago about Manus. I think I first heard of Manus, I don't know, it might have been like May or June of last last year, maybe before. I don't remember. I've been using it for quite a while. Yeah, it's incredible. I love it. And I can't speak highly enough of using an agent-based AI tool like Manus. The other thing that it can do is it can ad spy. So you can say to Manus, here's my business. Go look at all my competitors. Here's some competitor examples. I want you to review their funnel. I want you to review their website. I want you to go ad spy them. Give me an analysis, a breakdown of how many creative types they have, what types of creatives they're using, all the copy that they're doing, and it'll literally like pull up on its screen and it'll do all of these things for you. And it'll create like a 60-page report summary for you, which is incredible. Now, if you want me to help you build AI systems or infrastructure, or maybe you just want me to review your ads, I want you to knock out the application below. I'm going to hop on a call with you and I'll give you 30 minutes of my time if you're a qualified business. I don't work with just anybody. So if you're, got like $200 to spend, don't even waste my time. Like, I'm looking for serious people who are actually on the path to hitting 6 or 7 figure months. So $100K month, $1 million month. If you're on that path, knock out the application. I'll give you 30 minutes of my time. I'll review your ads. I'll review what AI systems you have. I'll help you build this out. And I can do this at scale, whether it's for you, your business, for the company you work for, it doesn't matter. I also have my own suite of AI tools. Now, they are in beta mode, but these are the tools that my team uses internally. We're still working out some like minor kinks. They're functionable, but they're in beta mode. You get access to those completely free when you sign up for my coaching offer, which all the details are below there. So if you're spending $15K per month or more and you need somebody like me to run my ads, same thing, the application is below. The next tool that you're going to want to look into, I use this for everything, which is Fathom. This is going to be great for sales transcripts, team transcripts. I'll give you a use case. So for my team meetings, one of my weekly stand-ups was just going over, like we were really spending a lot of time on it. And I want to say like the last like 5 meetings, I downloaded the transcript from here. I then went to my prompt master, which I built like a bot that generates master prompts. I said, here's what I want. I wanted to analyze these meetings for efficiency gaps and give me feedback. So I took the prompt. I then gave that prompt to Manus with the transcripts, and it cut my meeting time down by 400%. My weekly stand-up, I bought back 400% of my time. It was like, I don't know, like 4 hours a month that I saved just from that single action, which is massive for me and my team, because my team's on there. That's like thousands of dollars a year that we've saved. We've become way more efficient, and it just gave me a complete thing to solve. Another thing with Manus too, I would say it's great for problem solving. I would say it's the best for problem solving. If you have a problem, just give it to Manus. Manus will figure it out for you. So you'll get the prompt, you'll run it through Manus, and it's going to give you an output. Same thing for the sales transcripts. This is like money on the table if you're not doing this. You are leaving so much money because you think your sales team's doing good. As a sales manager, you can now audit your transcripts. So you can use it for sales management. So for reviewing, for handling like SOPs, are they following our proven processes? You can also have it review top performers, right? What are these top performers doing that these underperformers aren't doing? And again, you're going to want to put all of these into a document and then take those and put those into Manus, and Manus is going to read every word. If you do it in ChatGPT, it's going to read like some of it and you're not going to get a good output. So just pay, I don't know, I pay for like whatever the most expensive version of Manus is. I've never even once come close to using it. Like, I think I have like maximum credits and it's like plus sign. Like it doesn't even go to the amount that I use, and it's only like $200 a month. So Fathom's going to be great because it's going to pull all your call transcripts, your team transcripts, which then you can use for sales management, and they've improved it a lot. I've used all of them. Fathom is way better. If you're using Otter AI or any of those other AIs, just stop. Like, just implement Fathom. It's free. It's so much better. I can't stand when people send me their other links and now I have to go create an account. Like, that is so annoying and it creates so much friction. Fathom, you can just immediately send it. You don't need an account. I don't want to share my calendar to some other platform. Like, why? I'm not going to do that. So Fathom, incredible. Way better than any of the other transcribers out there. By far, I've used all of them. It is by far the best one, and I'm not a spokesperson for them. I get no kickbacks for them. It's free, which is crazy. It's free to use for your entire team. So get Fathom. Now, these ones, some people haven't heard of. Manus, generally not. Fathom is a little bit more widely accepted. Number 3, This one you've for sure heard of, unless you're living under a rock, in which if you haven't heard of this one, you probably aren't making any money on the internet. You probably are getting burned by a marketing agency. You probably suck at everything internet marketing, and you need to start watching all of my content so that you can make more money on the internet. This is called Claude AI. Claude's great. This is my preferred one for copywriting. I'm not a massive coder, but apparently like those vibe coders, they like it. Again, I'm not doing much coding, so I don't use Claude for coding. I use it for copywriting. Now, where most people don't utilize Claude, right, is they're not using the projects. You can build a project around your business. So what you do is you take these transcripts. So you pull the objections, expectations, concerns from the transcripts. You feed that into the project on Claude. Now you take that research report, this research report that you did, and you're going to put that here in the project. If you really want to make money, so that's a good start. That's a baseline. Like if you're not doing that, you're using it highly wrong. But then if you really want to make money, you want high converting ads, you're going to take my SOPs. They are so advanced. They break down like 3-second hooks, scripts to a master. So you're going to take my SOPs and you're going to upload them. And then what you're going to do, my SOPs, I have an email SOP for writing emails. Well, do you have a telehealth business? Are you async or are you synchronous, right? Async meaning I'm an e-commerce type business. I can do a checkout. I don't need to meet with a salesperson. Synchronous is I have to meet with a salesperson. The type of email you're going to write for a business that requires you to show up to a phone call or a Zoom call or in person is going to be different than the emails that you write for somebody that's an asynchronous e-commerce telehealth business. We've got SOPs for both. Just this alone is going to make all your money back. So this tells AI how to write highly effective emails that get like 40% open rates consistently, that get high click-through rates consistently. On most of our like campaigns, email generally generates around like 15 to 20% of the revenue. So it's an incredible channel to use. Most people aren't using it right. So my SOPs are going to be for email, for writing a VSL. My VSL SOP is so good. And I've had other, like I've paid for some expensive ones for coaches, and maybe I'm biased, but again, I've spent days like writing these days, and I don't do anything that's going to take me hours unless I know it's going to have a massive impact on my success and my clients. We've had over 50 profitable VSLs. I have single VSL that have generated millions of dollars that are still generating millions of dollars. So the VSL, the ad copy, the UGC scripts, I mean, it goes on. I've got like, I don't know, probably like 10 to 15 high performing SOPs. These range anywhere from like 15 pages to upwards of 65 pages of documentation with real world examples. You upload these, you're going to make a lot of money with your paid ads. So this is what you would then upload to Claude. You now have your baseline. Now Claude, again, being good at copywriting, is going to write you good copy. So you want some baseline prompt for it. We have those. We train you on how to do those. And now it's going to give you like incredible outputs. So that's how we use Claude. We upload the projects. We put all the information we have about the business, the marketing brief, anything that we have access to. We're going to put all of that into Claude project. When you create a project, it's always going to have that as reference. So, or AI will always say like, tell me about your business. I'm like, dude, read the project. It's all in there. So it makes it a lot easier for you because now you can just say, read this instead of having to upload it every time. Now, obviously, everybody's heard of this one. And if you haven't, man, I don't even know. Just give up on life. If you haven't heard of ChatGPT yet, you got to be really poor and living literally under a rock. I remember I told my mom of ChatGPT probably 2 years ago, and she was like, this is crazy. And then shortly after, her company started talking about it. She works for Boeing. But it blew my mind how late those big businesses are to move on trends like this. So it's important to be in masterminds and be in communities and consume content like you're consuming right now. This is how you learn and get better. These tools are very powerful. They can accelerate how fast you can make money and get to that next level in your business. So ChatGPT, we use this for one thing really, which is our prompt master. So we built a bot. I'll say, hey chat, I need a prompt for analyzing sales transcripts. And then it'll generate this literally a page long prompt of all this information. And then I'll read it and I'll be like, change this, change that, because the prompt is so important. So again, if I'm using Claude and I want to write ad copy, hey chat, generate a prompt for me for ad copy that I'm writing for my XYZ business. I have all these transcripts that I wanted to read and pull all the objections, questions, and it'll just do that very well for you. That's one use case. The other use case is going to be static ads. It's gotten so much better now. I love it for a static ad. So we'll take foreplay. If you haven't seen my ad spying video, I would encourage you to click this, go watch this video. I break down exactly how to ad spy like a pro. I mean, these are like literal strategies that we use for our 9-figure brands, for our 8-figure brands. These work for 7 and 6-figure brands too. So don't let those big numbers scare you, but you need to watch that video to learn how to use ChatGPT for your static ads. So you'll watch that video and then you'll get the ads you want to create and you'll tell it to recreate this ad. And what I'll do is I'll like tell it to like change the color of the shirt or change the color of the background, change something that's like drastically different. So it's not just completely ripping the ad itself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like just recreate the ad. What I found is I don't like to rely on chat for the words. I'll just do those in Canva. You can do Canva. It's like $10 a month. You could probably even do the text for free on Canva, but it's cheap. So you'll recreate like the image that you're trying to create, and then you'll just use a different platform like Canva to write it in. That's the one area that I see sometimes like the font, it gets thrown off. But again, it's gotten so much better now, and you can use it to test these ads. So test the ads, see how they work, see what concepts are working, which frameworks work. And then when you've proven that this ad makes money, now send it off to a graphic designer, pay $70 to a good graphic designer, get a really kick-ass ad, and you're going to have a really great time on the platform. And then number 5, which is foreplay. This is for ad spying. Now, foreplay works great because it saves the ads forever. So if you go to the ads library and you're looking up your competitor ads and you see that they have an ad running and then you forget to save the ad for whatever reason, the landing page. Now you go back to it and they turn off the ad. Well, now you can't access that ad. So that's what I mean by foreplay. It'll save the ad forever. Once you save it, it's there forever. So you can keep the landing page, the static ad, the video, the hooks. It'll analyze all of this. You can download the actual ad. It has the transcripts for them. So there's a lot that you can do. I encourage you to watch that ad spying video. I break down exactly how you can use foreplay to the maximum potential. This is going to make you a lot of money doing this thing. And now that you know the 5 AI tools that are going to allow you to scale past 100K per month in 2026 from paid ads, you need to learn the complete system that ties them all together. And there's a framework that I've built that combines AI and paid advertising that allows you to scale at crazy fast rates. So check out this video where I break down the complete automation strategy and show you exactly how to implement these tools and agents into your business.